What's the craziest thing your dog has done? Growing up, I was the one who always had to clean up after my parents. They were reckless with money, constantly buying things they didn't need, leaving me to pay off their debts and cover the bills. Then one day they decided to get a dog. I was completely against it. I told them they couldn't even care for themselves, let alone a dog. They didn't listen and adopted a crazy dog that tore the house apart, chewing through doors, gnawing on the couch, and constantly using the bathroom indoors. Then, my parents, in typical fashion, decided to go on another trip they couldn't afford and asked me to pet sit for a month. At first, I refused. I had enough on my plate, but they threatened to drop him off at a kill shelter, so I agreed. I walked him, signed him up for obedience classes, and did everything I could to train him. For a while, he improved. Then one night he started barking and refused to stop. I couldn't sleep, so my work performance plummeted. Ignoring him made things worse. He'd pee on the floor and chew my shoes. I was at my breaking point. The training was failing, and I was considering finding him a new home. I knew my parents wouldn't care. The next night, I heard a crash and a scream. I grabbed a bat and ran into the living room to find the dog growling and biting a man dressed in black. He was cursing and begging the dog to stop. I called 911, and the dog kept him down until the cops arrived. They found days-old cigarette butts in my backyard and said he'd been stealing from the neighborhood for weeks. It clicked. The barking wasn't random. The dog was trying to warn me someone was outside our home. By the time my parents returned, the dog had improved and I was attached. I told them I was keeping him. He just needed a stable home and I wasn't going to let him down.